Hey guys, it's Bassy and welcome to KU901, and today I'll be talking about this AUG that I received from Army Armaments that I bought off of Patrol Base. Now you can see that I have done some things to it, obviously, but some of them are relating to problems I've had with it already. So I received this a few months ago from Patrol Base, and instantly I was having some problems with it. The pin for the foregrip was already shearing as I was trying to move it about. It wasn't seated properly, it sheared completely off. And for those who do not know how AUG foregrips work, there is a spring in here that lets you pull the handguard down and fold it. Yes, you can hear the spring inside. Now when the pin is sheared, that spring went shooting through the handguard and popped this end cap out, almost hitting me directly in the foot. So that was the first problem I had with it. Second problem is, as I was stripping it to see what the internals were like and to see how the hop-up actually worked, the little flat spring that keeps this cross pin in place, this takedown pin in place, has fallen into that is my bedroom floor. So as a temporary fix, I have put some tape on the cross pin, on the takedown pin right here, to kind of give it a bit more friction to keep everything in place. This is the only piece that keeps this metal front end and this polymer rear end together. Another problem I've been having with this is feeding issues. Now, I've had a look at pretty much all I could around the gun and couldn't really see a reason why it's just not feeding. It feeds the first one, the first BB, and then stops. So, I'm kind of hoping it is a problem with this high cap magazine it comes with, seeing as it is a problem that does occur quite often with freebie magazines, and this one does not seem to be the highest quality. It's very rattly and all that, and I have very strong feelings against high caps. Now, one of the things that makes me almost 100% sure that it is the magazine is because I had a similar problem with my, granted, much cheaper HK416 by Umarex. So yes, I had a similar problem with the high cap magazine that came with my HK416, where it also had feeding issues. But then I decided to buy a mid cap off Evike, and since then it's been working fine. Apart from the fact it being an ABS plastic piece of crap, it feeds. So that gives me hope that the feeding issue with the AUG is a result of a shitty high cap magazine. Now this does have a mock charging handle that opens up an injection port at the rear, and it does lock open with a swivel. Slap it down like that. If you receive this replica, grease up, so take it down and grease up everything inside, because this does not come greased, and this is very particular on how it works, and I'll take it down and I'll show you now. So very easy takedown process. Push the pin out, grab the handle here, and like that. So the charging handle connects to this piece here on the other side, and that makes this metal piece here glide over this tube. Now obviously if these two surfaces are not greased up properly, it will scrape the surface, and where it won't work properly. It will it would feel terrible, and it felt terrible. So that's why I took it down the first time, and that's how I lost my spring for this. But that's fine. And so it connects up to this piece here, as I said, and these rods here that down in there connect up to the two ejection ports, as you can take, if you are left-handed, you can take this rubber cover off, put it over the other side, and you will have this ejection port open up instead. Well, they both open up, but it only ejects off. Well, obviously with this cover you can only see two. You can only see one side, because on the real AUG you have the option to basically make it left-handed, and seeing as most of the controls are ambi, it would be pretty easy. Now, the only part that I would worry about using this left-handed is how the safety works. So it is a cross-pin safety, but it protrudes. It's a cross-pin safety, but it protrudes out the side here. So basically now it's unsafe, but you can basically grab it with enough force, and your finger will automatically kind of rest up against that safety and disengage it. And your thumb on the other side can protect it, and that sticks out that side. So obviously, if you're using it left-handed, or if you're going around a corner and you grab it, there's a high chance that it will engage the safety, and you'll look like an idiot, like I have, not with this AUG, but with my with Sam's AUG. I did have a problem with that, using it, switching hands, and then having it get into safe on me, and then getting shot. Apart from that, there are not a lot of issues with it, so let's talk about the advantages. It has a threaded barrel right here, with a pretty hefty looking muzzle brake right here, so you can attach your suppressors and all that. I believe it is the specs of the thread will be on the screen somewhere, so you can put your suppressors and all that, or your tracer units on here. It has a ton of rail space. Now, it doesn't have a ton of rail space in the same way this does. This has 4 rails, pretty long rails. This has one long rail along the top, along the carry handle up here, and a bunch of small rails dotted around the entire gun, which I think is amazing. These ones here could be used for counted red dot sights or iron sights, which I'm going to use them for. I'm going to put a counted red dot sight here and a scope up top. They can also be used for lasers, lights, all that stuff. There's a ton of rail space on here, and that's what drew me to it initially. This is obviously based off the Austrian AUG. Sam's AUG is based off the Australian AUG, the Special Forces one. The dual stage trigger on this particular one, isn't great. For those who don't know, AUGs do not have a fire selector switch like you would find on a typical M4 platform like this, where you have safe, semi-automatic, full automatic. It instead has, as I said earlier, the cross-pin safety and a dual stage trigger. So I don't have a battery in it right now, but it would basically be half squeeze would be semi-automatic, and then full squeeze would be full. For this reason, I would not recommend running this gun, or for many other reasons, I would not recommend running this gun in a CQB environment, because it's very easy to get a bit panicked on the trigger and accidentally fire off a full round burst. Not a full round burst, no, not at all. I meant a fully automatic burst. But I would rather run this as like a support weapon. I personally liked the black one more, but obviously you can get it in two-tone if you desire, or well, if you do not have a Yukara if you live in the UK, but you can also get it in green and I believe tan, but I went for black because it suits my my needs more And obviously these little emblems here are additions that I've made and aren't actually part of the actual design. So this is kind of what it will look like out of the box. It does not come with a battery, sadly, but this is what it would look like, more or less. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to join us on Twitch at twitch.tv/CourseHub for some lovely streams.